Alright, greetings my people. We are back, transmitting live from the Health Hop Network. Got another good question in. Black Power General. Want to know about high blood pressure. Very good, very important topic amongst melanated people. They're saying we have a third higher high blood pressure rates as opposed to white people in this country. So I don't know how that's possible, seeing that there's more of them than it is us, but because that's the same way it is with concentration camps. So we need to be aware of this. This is a pretty big problem that we have with this high blood pressure. Literally, what it's talking about is the amount of pressure being pumped through your heart too high. Okay, and your heart has to work harder, try to keep up with the amount of blood you're pumping through with the pressure. Okay, but I think it's very important to break this down scientifically. We're going to look at this as scientists, not technically, but just as scientists. Just like math, arithmetic is science. Whether you're dealing with basic, simple mathematics, 1 + 1 = 2, or you're dealing with complex equations, it's all math. So let's do with this. We're going to be simple, but we're going to be scientific. And I want to look at the scientific term for high blood pressure. What they call it is hypertension. And what does that mean? I think that's very interesting. Because hypertension don't sound like the same thing as high blood pressure. It don't sound like you're talking about your heart no more. Because you're really talking about your whole body. Now, when you say hypertension, you're talking about you as a person. So what is hyper? Hyper means over, literally. Over. Overly, extra tense. Tension. You too tense. I know a lot of people like that too. Always shaking your leg, balling up your fist, got your arms just tense. Always worried about something. Always caught up in some bullshit, some drama going on, complaining about something, mad about something, worked up about something. Too wound up. Hyper tense. Hyperly tense. Hypertension. There's the answer right there, really. But we don't even gotta get into your diet. First thing you need to do is just calm the fuck down. Relax a little bit. Just relax. You might be able to solve your problem with a little meditation every day. Simple 8-minute meditation a day might heal your hypertension. Okay? But say you already meditating and you still having problems with high blood pressure. What else could it be? So they call hypertension a silent killer because it could be symptomless, they say, until something major happens and you fuck around and die or have to be rushed to the hospital. But I don't believe in symptomless diseases. I don't believe that there's nothing that your body can be wrong with you, with your body, and you don't have any signs or warnings that there's something going on. You might not be aware of the warnings. You might just become accustomed to them. I know people who walking around sick right now who think that that's just what they do. Like it's just part of who they are. Be walking around coughing up shit all the time and constantly got a pain right here. Oh no, that shit, my shit just hurt back there. Like you fucked up and don't even know it. So let's look at some warning signs of hypertension, because some of us might be overly tense and not aware of it. So warning signs include headaches, sweating, rapid pulse, and headaches. That's a major one because I used to have headaches all the time and didn't think that that was nothing wrong because everybody had headaches. You just get a goodies and you do your thing. I know people who keep goodies. And, you know, now I can honestly say I ain't had a headache in well over 10 years. I don't remember the last time I had no headache. Right? I don't have headaches, period. I don't get headaches. So if you're getting headaches, it's your body trying to tell you something. Something is wrong. That's not just something you can ignore because you popped a pill and it went away. Okay, sweating, rapid pulse, shortness of breath. I know a lot of people like that. Just get tired quick, short of breath, dizziness. I mean, that's different. That's another one. Dizziness and visual disturbances. Okay, something you can't see well. Your eyes, something in your eyes fucking up. Okay, now I did pull out my book because I found some interesting things that I want to share with the conscious community. There might be some things that we use and are doing that we're not aware could be actually causing high blood pressure, especially if it's hereditary. These things can be genetically passed down. That's why it's important to be aware of what you're eating while you are in the conception process. Okay, very important for a mother to know while that baby is in there during a gestation period. So let's look at some things, some risk factors, things that can cause hypertension and high blood pressure. Cigarettes. Do we still really need to be talking about cigarettes? Do I need to go into that? I hope I don't got to talk about cigarettes. You're smoking cigarettes, kill yourself. Okay, stress. We already talked about stress. I said you need to relax, calm the fuck down. Obviously, hypertension. So stress has got to be a risk factor. Obesity. If you're overweight, you're going to have some problems. I'm sorry. You got to get off that fat and happy shit. I'm putting all this stuff in the book too. I'm writing a book. It's going to be a little bit more technical. We're going to get more depth into a lot of this stuff. People who trying to maybe help somebody get their help together. It's going to be a good starting guide, good transitional book, recipes and all kind of stuff. But it's almost done, so it's coming. But I'm talking about being fat and happy a lot in the book. Because a lot of people think that you can be fat and you'll be okay as long as you feel good or have some kind of positive outlook. But how positive can you be? Can you be when when you ain't able to just do regular everyday shit? You can't get up a flight of steps without damn near passing out, or you can't stand up out of a chair without some help, or holding on to something, or sit down without bracing yourself, or it's just I see it all the time. A lot of people who think they happy and they fine and fly being fat, but you can't even let's let's run. Let's just jog from here to there. Oh hell no. You ain't even finna consider that. So if you can't even do regular things that you used to do, like when you were a child, when you were a regular person, then you ain't a person no more. You actually have transformed into something else. So we gotta be looking at that. Obesity is a problem, whether you comfortable in your skin or not. You causing extra strain and stress on your body. Okay? Excessive stimulants, such as coffee or tea, high sodium, and teas, caffeines, nicotines. The green teas have caffeine in them, so we gotta be careful of that. People who might be thinking you're drinking something healthy, but it's not really helping you. The salt and contraceptives, I thought was very interesting. Anybody on them birth controls? We got our own natural ways of keeping each other from, keeping ourselves from having babies. We don't need pills and shots for that shit. You can stop yourself from getting pregnant, ladies. If you can't, we can. We can do it for you. That's the man's job. That's something we need to be up on. So get your women off these pills and shots, man. That shit is not what's up. Rubbers either. Sorry. Rubbers is not the thing. Okay. Eggplant, apples, cabbage, melons, berries. All berries. These are some of the things you can eat. Because we want our food to be our medicine. So I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of list of vitamins and herbs and shit you can take. I will give you some herbs. You can eat these herbs. But as far as pills and shit you can pop, I'm not here to give you no treatment. I had a girl one time come to ask me what she could do for her gout. She said the doctor already told her she need to lose some weight, but she said I already knew that shit. I didn't need to hear that. I need something else I can do. Like, Like, what? I mean, it took everything I could. Like, you don't get your fat ass out my fucking face. Like, that shit was crazy. So you telling me you basically you don't have the discipline that it take to lose the weight to really take care of your problem. Like your doctor said, your doctor had enough sense to tell you that instead of just putting you on some pills. And you come and tell me you rather have some pills. I don't have time for them type of people. I told her you should stick to that doctor though. That's a good doctor. Because I don't know many doctors who would have just been honest with you. They could have just put you on some drug and had you dependent on that for the rest of your life. But you're gonna have to we gotta work on the roots of these problems. You can't ignore that shit. We have to get to the root and cure it. We're not dealing with no treatments here. So, fruits and vegetables. That's what it's really all about. If you're eating all your green leafies, cabbage, kale, collards, uh, broccoli, all of that shit. Oh, sea greens. Start getting on your sea vegetables. Dulse, kelp, wakame. These are very nutritional grains. You gotta stay off the salt. If you're dealing with high blood pressure, all salt products. That's what I wanted to read for you. You gotta start reading the labels. If you're reading shit you don't understand on your food, you shouldn't be eating it. Everything you read should be very simple, and really you need to be staying away from all these pre-packaged, processed, canned, and boxed up foods. Anyway, we don't. It's time to start staying away from that shit, especially if you're serious about healing yourself. So, avoid the salt, soda, sodium, or anything with the symbol Na. That's the same thing as salt. Monosodium. That's one sodium glutamate, which is basically sugar, salt and sugar. Okay. Baking soda, canned vegetables, unless they say no sodium, commercially prepared foods, which I just said that, and over-the-counter medications, including ibuprofen. Okay? No, the ones that contain ibuprofen, my fault, such as Advil or Nuprin. Like I said, let your food be your medicine. If you're using over-the-counter drugs, you can find an alternative by just making simple changes in your diet. You'll be surprised how much things you can heal by just making simple shifts in your diet. Salt, fried foods. Let's talk about meat. This book say avoid all animal fats. And I know I said, I need to say this too. I said I don't agree with everybody not eating meat. I didn't mean any kind of meat and just all meat is good for people. We are human beings. You are not capable of chewing and digesting meat, not in its natural form. So if you can't do that, then you are not supposed to be eating meat. Okay? Now, fish, broiled white fish is what they recommend. And that's a whole nother topic. See, we like to talk about fish and lump it in there some of you vegans, if you want to call yourself that, want to lump fish in with all that, but it is not the same. And you have to know that it's not the same. There are different fish that you can't eat. There are sea vegetables you can't eat, just like there are land vegetables you can't eat. You can't eat every plant. Okay? So you got to know what you can eat. Things coming out of the sea are typically good for us. So that's what I was really talking about. As far as beefs and chicken, and I don't deal with none of them meats. If you can chew through some feathers and through some skin, you can't even cook a cow skin and still eat it. You can't cook it. You have to skin it first. Okay? Unless you want to fry some pork skins, you talking about something like that. You can fry some chicken and pork skins and crunch them up. Anyway, fast, exercise, get your rest. These are the most important things. Stay on a heavy, high fruit and vegetable diet. Avoid ephedra and licorice. Okay? Those are important. Herbs, cayenne, fennel, parsley, rosemary, shiitake. That's not an herb. That's a mushroom. Very good though. Those are just a few things you can do. I'm going to continue this in part 2 though, because I got more stuff I want to cover. That should get you started.